How is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Burnout Revenge, and well, hopefully today YouTube allows me to stream without any sort of connection issues, but it seems that at least today it started well. In any case, let's just keep going with this. I mean, I wasn't really doing anything out of the ordinary here, right? Like, I was just doing random events. It tells you... So interesting that it tracks the gold medals, but it doesn't track the stars. Huh, so it doesn't care about the stars? But the UI doesn't really tell you if you have a gold medal or not. Like, for example, here. In these events... Oh, okay, never mind, it does. It says it on the check mark. My bad, my bad. Okay, well, let's just do an event. We can start with a regular race, I guess. Also, those cars that I unlock, like the Viper looking car, where is it? Oh, here. Doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary, but I wanna use it. Because, you know, I've been using the other cars a lot. Oh yeah, and also this thing with the loading. We can just make it go faster. Actually, no, this is not a Viper. This is supposed to be a Mustang, isn't it? Like, that rear is the rear of a Mustang. Oh, the front didn't look like that of a Mustang. Nice. Good start. Amazing start, even. Alright. Come on, bring it on. It's too early to be having accidents like this, not to mention on a race event, you know? Not like we are on a road race event or a traffic check event. No, it's on a, it's racing. You're supposed to go fast. So where did that... Okay. Where did that guy go? The one with the revenge... Oh, there it is. Well... Let me see if I can take him down. Close. Seems like he keeps disappearing. I guess he will reappear now with that accident. Okay, so he respawned me on the shortcut. Interesting. Wait, was that a takedown? Aside from a crash, I mean. I don't think it was. Yeah, I'm driving pretty badly. Can I blame this car? I don't wanna... I couldn't get him. No, I'm driving very, very badly. So, you could see that the guy staying still for a couple seconds. This guy with the revenge mark. Pretty funny. Trick shot. Though, I think the podium is on a... Okay, never mind. The podium is there. Not sure where the first place is. Somewhere, I hope. What the... Okay, the respawn there kinda cucked me a little bit. Oh, and there are two revenge marks here. At least this more or less allows me to... You know... keep the awesome rating up, but I'm also interested in knowing where the first place... Oh, there it is. Okay. So the second lap also started now. So here ideally you want to... Okay. You want to keep this up until the lap is over, but it wasn't a short lap, really. Well, hard to tell considering that... I mean, I crash every 2 seconds, so I think that's what made it feel long. I think it's supposed to be normally that long. Oh, by the way, you might have noticed that I moved the camera a little higher. That's mostly because I didn't want to block the information for the cars in the car selection screen. I mean, I will still block like the word crashbreaker, I think, but at least you should be able to see every number, which is at the end of the day what matters. Okay, I'm surprised those weren't crashes, those parked cars. I'm glad. Okay, I shouldn't worry about the awesome bar, like that one seems to... it will stay awesome. And I should worry about staying on the lead. Which is something that might or might not happen. This is some pretty dangerous territory here. Lots of very tight walls, pillars. Can easily crash at any moment. That should be fine though. Yeah, there's the finish line and there's no one. Oh, okay. I was gonna say there's no one close to me, but there was. And that was scary. Okay. And yeah, in a long event like this one, you can lose it right at the end. So this is on the right volume. I think it is, probably. Okay. So I could check actually, because I didn't really check in OBS if my camera is actually in the right place to not block the stats. Let's see. Yeah, okay, you can see, because the only thing that you don't see, well, you don't see the name of the car. Well, no, you see it on the bottom. So yeah, the only thing that it blocks is the word force. Instead of seeing force, you see C1. The numbers and the weight class, which is what matters, you can see it perfectly. Okay, yesterday I also unlocked this car, right? Can use it, I guess. Yeah, sure. It's a road rage, by the way, so actually picking a light car for a road rage is not the best idea, now that I think about it. It's fine. This is not like the super light category. I think that didn't count as a takedown. Yeah, it didn't. And sometimes it's hard to tell, because that sometimes counts as a takedown, but I guess it didn't count as one there. So this is 15 takedowns. That's a relatively large amount, but again, that the difficulty of road rage events in this game will not even come close to the one in Burnout 3, because here you will keep extending as long as you keep taking out the trash. It's a cool name. Like here, the timer is gonna keep going as long as you... Oh, what the hell? I got someone apparently. As long as you keep doing takedowns, and that's the whole point of this mode. Like, the idea is that you will keep doing takedowns. Oh, but there's something... Okay. There is another variable that I didn't take into account. Here you have damage that you can actually lose by crashing too much, like in the previous Burnouts. So that could be a problem. Well, that counted as a... Okay. But now that it says damage critical, it means that on the next crash, you're gonna lose. Like that. Damn it, dude. That's a very sad ending. Maybe I should just pick a heavier car. Well, in fact, that's what I'm gonna do if I cannot get it in this attempt. So it could happen. What the hell? How did that guy do that? It's like he had ragdoll physics even without being taken down. Okay. Didn't. Oof. Almost went full speed into an oncoming car. You can see that in this game the takedowns are still very generous, which means that a mode like Road Rage is not gonna be precisely hard because of the takedowns themselves, or rather for not crashing, since it's so hard to control your car in this game. So you know, something funny there is that I crashed against like one of those trash how do you call them? Trash bin. It's not a bin, it's like a container. So yeah, crash against a trash container, even though you can, you know, just hit pickup trucks like there weren't even there. So yeah, apparently those trash containers are made out of titanium. Or maybe they contain titanium inside. Someone thought that titanium wasn't valuable enough and just got rid of it. Alright, well, I already have the gold medal, so there's no reason to really take care here. I can tell you that it's something that I deeply appreciate, the fact that you can have this easy way to take down opponents. Because in Burnout 3 sometimes it felt very frustrating how you were constantly grinding against an opponent and he refused to get taken out. Which, I mean, in a regular race it's whatever, since technically they are all your rivals, but in a road race event where you're expected to take down multiple of them, yeah, that's when it's a little bit annoying. I'm actually taken out. So when you get taken out in road rage, the revenge marker doesn't show up. You just have to, you know, identify the rival yourself. So the question is it gonna run out of time first, or am I gonna get destroyed first? Because Ned's crash is a bust. Oh, it seems like we're gonna run out of time. Cool. That's a nice way to end. Did I get 25? Oh, 26, okay. Cool. Okay, give it to me. Something that I definitely gotta say that it's super well done in this game is the sound effects. Like, the sound effects are so well done. So we got a McLaren here, right? Is that what's supposed to be? Looks a little bit different than the one in Burnout 2. It looks cool still. Okay, this is the Grand Prix. Can leave that one for later. Well, shame that I have to do this crash event, but, well, I don't need to. There are 3 more. Well, I could do Eliminator, I guess, and then maybe the crash event. But this one is the same as this one in terms of stats. Do I have any that are medium here that I can use just as a... No, okay, so I didn't realize that. I only have mediums in crash events, but here light is the heaviest type I have. Alright, sure. So... what do you say here? Yeah, I don't know why it says, oh, the revenge rank or what, no. Here the objective is simply going fast to avoid getting eliminated, you know? Getting a revenge is not gonna make that any easier. Okay. Got him. What the hell? And that guy should heal himself. And here I'm actually gonna get into awesome, but the issue of being on the lead for a long time is that it might not last too long. For example, here, what's for sure is that I'm keeping the boost for a very long time. Yeah, there you go, awesome boosting. That will help, and the fact that it's more than halfway filled means that it shouldn't... Oh, what the hell? Someone took another shortcut. I gotta be careful with that, because if one of these guys takes a shortcut in the wrong time, you're gonna get eliminated. Okay. These eliminator events can be... Oh, are you kidding me at that one? Hold up, I need... that's gonna suck. But thankfully the guy behind me got eliminated, because that could have been an elimination. Because that accident happened at like the worst time possible. Hey, no worries, we're fine. I didn't take that short. Oh, that might cost me. Nah, we're fine, we're fine. Hey, we're fine, we're fine. He wasn't even close. Good AI. It's a nice way to end. Okay. Oh, didn't unlock anything with that. Okay. So I guess we can do the crash event now. I mean, the thing about the crash events is that no matter how much you don't want to do them, eventually you will have to do them. So yeah, it's fine, we can do it now. See, only 3 million, that surely means that it's not gonna be that hard, right? Okay, so what do we have here? A couple of park buses and a single road, or... It is indeed a single road, so you are intended to crash into the park roads. Well, you get what I mean. So this one has a crashbreaker of force 8. I wonder what's the maximum amount. Well, yeah, but you're definitely not gonna crash into the park yourself. Like, if anything, you're gonna fly up until there. The problem, what I also don't really like about the crash events is the fact that I have to spam. Like, as I say multiple times, I absolutely suck at spamming. I'm very bad at it. It's not a show. Like, I'm not qualified for spamming, dude. Now, getting these guys gonna help a little bit, but it's not gonna be enough to get 3 million. Like, they are enough cars parked, but damn, seems like it will be pretty rough to get. At least I got the silver. I think that with these crash events, I'm not even gonna bother trying again for now. Promise that at this rate, every event that I couldn't beat is most likely gonna be a crash event. And that's gonna suck going back at the end to retry them all, but keep in mind that in Burnout Legends I didn't even bother doing it. Like in Burnout Legends I just saw like the final crash events being super annoying and I didn't do them. I didn't feel like doing them. That shortcut felt like it cut a lot, but since it wasn't at the beginning of this, means that you couldn't get any meter, so that doesn't seem convenient. Then I missed that one. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That shortcut is definitely one that you have to take, no matter what. So with how often I use the toggle for the frame limiter, I barely map it to the controller. It's just I usually don't like mapping those things to the controller in case I accidentally hit it. And I usually don't accidentally hit buttons, but the moment it happens is the moment that you're gonna ruin a run that might be good. I think it's a good idea. At least by delegating it to the keyboard, you are sure that you're not gonna hit it by accident while you use the controller, obviously. It's just not possible, logically. What the... Okay. That's a fucked up pad split. Not sure what even was the right call there. Going left or right? Probably going left, since that also takes to another shortcut. Okay, well, we know now for the next try. I guess I'm assuming this one is not gonna be successful. Well, it wasn't successful, but it was almost successful. The problem is that it's not gonna let me retry, right? Yeah. Come on, dude. Well, doesn't help that I also got the level up. Yeah, wish it would have let me. Got the level up video. So wait, did it say insane? I guess I am insane. I think the insanity here comes from trying to collect all the stars. That's definitely a mark of insanity. But wait, I want to do this burning lab properly. Let me change the color for better luck. Now it's gonna happen. So this card kinda looks like the Apollo Gamper, but I don't think that card existed when this game released, right? And that's supposed to be a more modern card. Well, maybe it's like an older version. I don't know. This game's from 2005. Well, I really don't know where the Apollo Gamper is from, but maybe it's not that. How you know you don't crash? That would be nice. Though also, all things considered, I don't really need to take the final shortcut because I almost got gold without taking it, and the only reason why I didn't get it is because I crashed. So if I can make an attempt here without crashing, I should be fine. Okay, stay here. Damn, I always get tricked by that damn light. Alright, so don't go left, even though it's technically faster. Just follow the same path you did last time, but this time without crashes. That's all you need to do. And the gold medal is yours. As easy as that. No need to overcomplicate it. Also, surprisingly, there is no oncoming traffic at all. So you get the bonus for going into the oncoming lane, but it's like the same as nothing. I mean, the same as nothing in the sense that you get a bonus for not risking it. Like at that point you're getting a bonus for simply staying on a lane. Okay, so here there is another crash event and a race. We can do the crash event, I guess. 14 million. Okay. Oof, that looks like the kind of shit that could be so cancerous to pull off. It's fine. Yeah, I'm more scared about the fact that it's 14 million. That's a very big number, dude. Did I catch anyone? I didn't catch shit. Oh, maybe, okay, well I caught one lane, but the other one, no, I didn't. Okay, hold up. And I retry. Maybe here what I could do is map a turbo button for the R2. I really hate the idea of spamming. You just know that spamming is not bad for the controller. Well, not bad, I mean not good for your controller. Not good for your finger either. Well, I guess I did get a couple of ones here, but not really on the other side. That's the issue. If I cannot do it like that, it's kinda worthless. But yeah, no, let's not do that. Also didn't really crash against the bus this time. The thing here is that you need to use a car as a projectile to catch the other lane. You're not gonna make it otherwise. Now I don't know if this car is the best one for this, but I don't see why it wouldn't. You gotta do something like that at least. Did I catch both? Yeah, I did. Problem is that I'm already spamming. God damn it. Problem is that it did say that like the explosion affects the multiplier or something like that. If I cannot get a full explosion, it might not ever work. Okay. I wanna... wait, it said 12 million? Or no, it said 14 million, didn't it? This, even with how good it was, it's not gonna be enough. Damn. That's fucked up. I mean, I cannot really do it better than that, dude. It even said it on the amount of cars involved. Like, I did that almost perfectly. So I don't know what you want me to do. These crash events, I can tell you right now that they are probably gonna be forgotten by me. I mean, by forgotten, I mean ignored. Because I don't think it's worth doing them. Never did. Okay. What I can't remember is if Burnout Paradise had a crash event. Like, part of me thinks it didn't, but I don't know. Maybe it did. Who knows? Can get vertically takedown. That's what you get. I wonder how I did in the crash events when I played this when I was younger. Like, I wonder with what medal I was happy to get. Probably I was just happy by getting bronze and that's it. I wouldn't be surprised. Then tried to get the shortcut when I realized it was there too late. My bad. Derail. What do you mean derail? I didn't see any rail. That's supposed to be a train station or what? Oh, hold up. I can probably take some. Yeah, there we go. Got that guy. This is kind of like a consolation prize to take someone down after. Oh, another signature takedown. Yeah, after crashing. Though more than a consolation party, I would say that it's a way to recover what you lost. Yeah, that's the second vertical takedown in the same event, right? Yeah. That's messed up. Those are not easy to pull off. Because, I mean, you pull them off when you don't really think about it. Like, trying to pull them off on purpose, it's super hard. Okay, that was a short track. And look, a new car. And the issue here is all the crash events that seems like that car that I was using, it cannot really get much better than that. So I don't think it's a matter of not having the right car, it's a matter of, you know, just not being able to do it. I want the tune something, okay. And yeah, two of these things. Okay. And another crash event. But at least this one is on a location I didn't do before. Damn, 15 million. You are really getting out of control right now. So you have two lanes, two very long lanes on top of some parked cars on the outside. Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. If you want my opinion. Well, that already puts you into crash state. that's interesting. I didn't catch that there. Good enough, how much did it say that it was gold medal, by the way? 15 million, I think? Wait, don't tell me that I just missed. No, I didn't miss shit. No, what I'm gonna miss is the crashbreaker. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna miss. God damn it. I'm assuming that all of the cars hit that I didn't get were all the park cars. Though here it's not the only thing that I didn't get. I also didn't get the awesome bar. No, I don't think I should be tryharding this, but I guess I could give it a try. I'm surprised that crashing this guy makes you enter into crash state. It's supposed to be a lightweight car against some very, well, a very heavyweight one, which is the one I'm using. I mean, it literally says super heavy. Wow, nice start, dude. Dude, what's wrong? You know, you get a perfect start, huh? I think actually the idea here is precisely to avoid that car. You're not supposed to hit it on your way up, you're supposed to dodge it. Okay, so here go to the side. And that, yeah, that's enough to hit even the ones on the other lane. The best I can do is just keep the percentage from going too low. Trying to make the percentage go as high as possible is very hard. Still gonna be... Dude. Yeah, that was a very sad explosion. At least I got the awesome thing, the money is still not enough. So at that point, you're probably just supposed to fall down to catch the other guys. Whatever. As I say, these events are not worth tryharding at all. They are not. So I want an SUV. Yeah, I'm assuming this is another one of the crash cars. Damn, another crash event. God damn it, dude. Guess I should do the Grand Prix. What other colors does this thing have? It has those. I like the yellow one, you know. I was out to say... What was I out to say? Kinda forgot. Oh yeah, that in this game there is not really such a thing as a category of cars, like... Well, you have cars that are used for races and cars that are used for crash events, but it seems like all the race cars can be used for every event you want. Because I'm pretty sure that here I can pick the ones that I had at the beginning in the same way I can pick the ones that I'm unlocking continuously, right? I think in that regard it's pretty nice. I thought that was a shortcut. Come on. I was sure that that was a fence that could be broken. Also, nice crashes here. Well, I'm still first because of those shortcuts. Yeah. Nice cutscene. Yeah, man, I'm in last place because of that. Yeah, keep in mind that just like in any Burnout game that features takedowns, you can disable them if you don't want them. You don't need to use them. You got a vertical takedown, really. And by a guy that is supposed to be using the same car that I'm using. Essentially a traitor. Wait, that was a takedown too. Did it also count as vertical or what? They almost vertically took down one of them. And he almost vertically took me down there. Again. In fact, I think it's the same guy that did it last time. Nice camera. Just aiming at the roof. There's nothing up there, dude. Okay, that's not a shortcut. At least this time I know. Though you can't really blame me for thinking that's a shortcut. It really looks like one. You look at that and it's the first thing that's gonna come to your mind. So this Grand Prix is still 3 races, or did it go to 4? No, it is still 3. I guess that was something that... Well, that might still happen, but I guess not yet. Okay. Well, to be fair, the vertical takedown that I got on the previous race was also like that, so I guess if anything I deserve being on the giving end. Oh, really? Well, someone else crashed with me. Unfortunately, this song also made it to this game. I don't like this song. It sounds very whiny, like me. The difference is that this one is a song. Got him. Something that I'm also noticing is that this game, since a lot of sound effects are very loud, has a lot of clipping. Like, I don't know if it's because of emulation, but well, I also kind of remember in an original PS2 that they did sound quite loud. It's just that since at that point I didn't use headphones, I basically have the audio of the TV that was a CRT TV, so the sound essentially sounded absolutely nothing like what you will hear in headphones in a computer, right? I'm pretty sure I still have that CRT TV. It's like a very small one as well. Like it's I mean, I don't know how many inches the screen is, but like I can tell you that it's probably smaller than my secondary monitor. Well, smaller horizontally, not vertically. I mean, those CRT TVs usually were a square shape, so even if they are not very wide, they do have a height that tends to be bigger than modern monitors. Wow, okay. Sometimes I really feel, because you know a lot of people romanticize CRT TVs and the way they look, and in fact when people use emulators, a lot of them want to use filters to emulate that CRT feel, but I don't think it's something special at all. I mean, for example, the way I'm looking at the game here, like with all the, you know, with the resolution enhancement it has and the fact that it's being played at 16:9 aspect ratio, it's something that looks very nice. Like, to me, in my memory, since it's been so long, what I'm looking at right now looks exactly the same as what I played when I was a kid. Obviously that's not the case, but the thing is that if I go back to play this game on a CRT TV, it's probably gonna look so bad to me. Like, it's not even gonna look as nicely, like not even close to how nicely it looks here. So as much as I'm tempted to like connect a CRT TV to play some emulated games, it's not worth it at all. This already looks more than good enough. Also, these are 3 labs. Keep in mind that my monitor is not even 4K or anything like that. Like, my monitor is simply like a 1080p monitor. Like, the only out of the ordinary thing that it has is that it can reach 180 Hz of you know, refresh cycle. But it's not like it matters in a game like this that runs at 60 frames per second. And how many times have I crashed in this race? Like, I lost count. Not to mention, I got taken out by a lot of opponents here, so it feels that that the whole grid of opponents is gonna be marked with the revenge thing. Wow, that guy just died in front of me, and I died like him. In it, dude. Is this track just that hard? Or am I just that bad? But it could be both. The hell? Oh. In. Well, okay, I did took out someone there. I think it counted because I have full meter, but the game didn't show it because it was too busy showing me the revenge rival. Okay. Now that we don't have any opponent nearby, and we at least focus on not crashing. The thing is that if you don't take shortcuts here, your opponents are most likely gonna overtake you. Oh. Alright, well, you stay there. No, something that I really wish that the Burnout games had is the way to show you the finish line even in the laps that are not the final one. Because otherwise you cannot really know how close you are to the end, and not to mention that the finish line is always at very random places. It's not something obvious, right? But at least I got the Grand Prix. It's certainly not something obvious at all. Well, I guess I could do the final crash event here. I don't expect to get a gold medal, but to at least finish all the events in this group of events, right? 2 revenge takedowns in a race, okay. You're only showing 1 there, though. Okay. The Circle of Strife. I'm probably not gonna get this, but 3 million. Oh, and the cars just spawn out of nowhere, shamelessly. That's very weird. Why would you want to show that? You want to show a car spawning out of nowhere? Oh, you do you. Didn't mean to do that. No, the idea is using that guy as a projectile to try to hit the buses, right? That was a shit start. Yeah, you can really tell when a start is bad. How is that jumping here? Yeah, I guess so you can... Okay, you're certainly intended to jump, but before jumping you have to at least cause a crash on the first intersection. I'm assuming that with the... Well, if I don't miss, I guess, but that wouldn't be happening. It is definitely not gonna be, you know. So I couldn't clog the other intersection. I'm spamming, by the way. Okay, but at least I got 100%. And I got the 3 million. Like, exactly 3 million, no way. And I only got half of the car, so that's very weird. It's what I say, that crash events are completely unbalanced. Like, that apparently was a very bad crash, and yet I got exactly what I needed for gold. So that feels rigged, though. The fact that I got exactly 3 million is like I actually rigged it. But no, I didn't rig it, okay? You have to believe me. So we got a lot of stars. The only one remaining here is Mount Crashmore. There is no Mount Rushmore in this game, right? Maybe this place is intended to be, you know, something close to Mount Rushmore. Alright, so for what I'm seeing here, you want me to go... Well, you want me to do a very fucked up jump here. Cannot promise anything. Oh, okay, and here I cannot pick, like it has to be with this one. I guess that makes it easier to not blame it on whatever car I might have picked. Here the blame, well, the blame is on me, but the blame can also be on the event being unnecessarily hard, you know. Okay, so how is it possible that last time I managed to not get... How did I do it on the first attempt? Because those guys didn't get in the way. But here seems like it's almost impossible to avoid them. And this is one of those cases where I would like to watch the replay for what I did. But you have no way of delaying here. Oh, that was a very fast start. And even with being like probably one of the fastest starts I can do, it was still not enough. Alright, so I guess I should do a slower start then. Well, that was actually pretty fast too, goddamn. Yeah, I really need to see how I did it on the first one, because now it doesn't make any sense that I cannot pull it off. Okay, slow start. I didn't mean to do it all slow, but... Though the problem is that slow start is very slow. So that one I don't think it's even worth considering. Like, it has to be at least a fast start, and that wasn't it. The problem is that they form the perfect wall. I cannot get them on the left or on the right, and by get I mean dodge. Not to mention you also have the other cars on the other lane stopping you, so yeah, I don't know what I did on the first attempt, but... Okay, I guess that simply crashing them without them crashing me would have been nice if it worked this time. I guess it didn't. Wait. Okay, that was enough at least to provoke a blockade. Okay. So you want to go where those guys are parked. Shout out. And now, can I get another one? I'm spamming just in case. No, I don't think it's gonna be... Yeah. Well, a shame. So how is it going, Wasabi? First that you see is me crashing. Yeah, it happens. And how is it going, Sunshine? Yeah, nice parking, but unfortunately not enough for gold. These crash events are extremely annoying. Nothing new really. It's just how it is. Yeah, at least I got 2 perfects, and here the only shit stopping me from the perfect is a crash event. But yeah, it's as I say, crash events here are gonna be ultra ganzers. Oh, that looks cool. Not too bad. Yeah, it's just like me in this game. Not too good to get the 5 stars in all events, but not bad because I get it in some of them. Also, after playing crash events, it feels very weird to play normal events that actually run at 60 frames per second. There is an actual patch that allows you here to play the crash event at 60 frames per second, but I don't like patches that affect the game's behavior for no reason. Well, I mean, here there is a reason, the reason being, you know, making the game more fluid, even in places that it isn't. Because here, essentially, the crash events being at 30 frames per second is most likely because of the fact that there are so many cars on screen at the same time. I mean, no matter how powerful the PS2 could be, I think that something like that might be a little bit too much for the PS2. But yeah, you can install that patch if you want, because I'm assuming that the 30 frames per second is something that is hard-coded into the game. Like, without that, it will probably still frame drop, in the sense that it will frame drop from 60 to something lower, but since it wouldn't be consistent, they just decided to cap it at 30, so that way it's consistently at 30. But with modern hardware, that's obviously not important, because you can run it in your computer without any issues. That was close. Is this gonna be enough? I'm not so sure. Should have taken the shortcut. Yeah, this won't be enough, well, especially not if I crash, but even without that crash, it's not even close to being enough. That's wild. I don't know why you wanted me to do there. Because even without that crash, that wasn't even close. But whatever. You know that at this rate I'm just clearing events, not caring if I get 5 stars or not. Just the way it is. Yeah. Like in Ridge Racer 4 overclocked to 38 FPS, making handling feel slippery. Oh yeah, you say some gameplay is tied to FPS. Well, in most games, gameplay is tied to FPS. In this one particularly, though, as I say, the 30 frames per second are there precisely because if they weren't there, the game will frame drop randomly because it's too much for the PS2 to handle. They just decided to cap the crash event mode at 30 frames per second. It's not a bad solution. I mean, it's not like you have another solution, right? Because there is only so much you can optimize. Not to mention that keep in mind that these games were released in a pretty tight schedule. Like, this game got released in the same year that Burnout Legends got released, if I'm not mistaken, so... And not so many years after Burnout 3 release, so... The thing is that... yeah... Even you could optimize, but it's not like you can do some insane optimizing that will make your game run amazing no matter what. In emulators, it usually is always the case that, you know, that the frame rate, if you modify the frame rate, it's obviously gonna modify the gameplay itself. So you are emulating a console. So by increasing the frame rate, in reality you are kinda just overclocking the CPU of the console, kinda. Well, in fact, when I'm in the loading screens, what I do to make the speed of the emulation faster is essentially disabling the frame limiter. If you disable the frame limiter, the game is gonna run at an ungodly speed that is unplayable. Because it's gonna be something like 200 frames per second that, yeah, since the game normally runs at 60 frames per second, 200 will essentially be like more than 3 times as fast. Or rather, more than 3 times faster, I meant to say. So, yeah. Anything that is emulation is gonna be frame rate tied to gameplay. It will have to be a very specific type of emulation for the gameplay to not be necessarily associated to the frame rate. So you know that this was supposed to be a crashbreaker race, but I didn't crash a single time. So that means that this being a crashbreaker race makes no difference. It's the same as a regular race. You can switch the radio on demand. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what button it will be, but since I don't really care that much about the music, I didn't try. And even though there are some songs that I like less than others, it's nothing that I will care enough. But it's supposed to be a Ford GT, right? Kinda looks like that. Winning without crashing. I guess we can do this one. So this event is called Home Wrecker. It's supposed to be like a word play on home wrecker. Just like your... No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't gonna say anything, okay? That was an interesting crash. Interesting, not useful, but interesting nonetheless. Yeah, that's most likely not gonna be enough. Because the guys that are coming from the other side of the roundabout, they are not steering here, they are going the other way, as you can see. And the crash is not really on the other side unless you specifically go there. Just that I couldn't take the jump. Have any of these other cars heard of such a thing as the brake pedal? No, they are Formula 1 drivers. They haven't heard of the brake pedals. They haven't also heard about giving space when they steer. They are a very particular brand of felons. Yeah. Now the issue here is, how do I take that ramp? It seems I'm not gonna take that ramp like that. Taking that ramp seems so hard. In fact, here I probably should take a lightweight car, since the idea is flying as much as possible. That wasn't the idea, but if I can make it to the other side, it's gonna be worth it. Though, if I can get the explosion here, I can definitely get to the other side. Okay, do it. Boom. Come on. Nice. Damn. That was magical. I wanna believe that this is gonna be enough. Yeah, it was enough. Fuck the crashbreaker at the end, but yeah, that was more than enough. Well, that was kind of a miracle, I gotta say. I guess it didn't look like I was gonna go to the other side, but I did, thanks to the explosion arriving early. Nowadays you have to buy a microtransaction to unlock the braking in modern racing games. Well, it depends which one it is. Because for example, a series like Gran Turismo, that never had damage for the cars. Well, Gran Turismo 5 had visual damage, but yeah, it's not like it was anything out of the ordinary. It was cool though, gotta admit. Nothing that was mind-blowing. Especially funny comparison when you consider what company made this game. Well, technically Electronic Arts published the game. It was Criterion Games that made the game. The Criterion Games nowadays, it's like works on Battlefield, so I guess it still kinda holds out. I mean, Battlefield, I haven't played a Battlefield since Battlefield 4, so I don't know what the most modern Battlefield, like what it has that can be criticized, because I don't really play those type of games at all. I mean, essentially the only first-person shooter that I play on stream was Half-Life. Technically, I also play some weird games like Sium, Speedrunners from Hell, or whatever the fuck it was called. That was a cool game, but I don't know if you can call that a first-person shooter. Like, technically it's in first-person perspective, and technically you shoot fireballs. I mean, the objective is never really downing opponents. It's about movement. And then I also played another one that was called... what the fuck was it called? I forgot the name. Something about Neon White, I think. But yeah, it's the same story. It's more of a 3D platforming with a first-person perspective. Well, I also played Severe Steel, and that one does have more shooting action, but like still the main purpose is going fast rather than tactically eliminating opponents by taking cover, using different weapons, you know, shooting grenades or whatnot. It's something that I could play one of these days. I think I already said it, but I can try playing Half-Life Source. Have you tried Mirror's Edge? Yeah, and believe it or not, it's a game that I played on stream. The problem is that the playthrough is forever lost to time. I played it a very long time ago on Twitch. Unfortunately, when Twitch forced me to remove VODs, I kinda lost it. Like, I have one part of the VOD, but not the other one. So yeah, that kinda sucks. But I could replay it. I mean, it's been so long. Did you like it? Yeah, it was okay. I mean, as I say, I'm not the biggest fan of first-person shooters, and that one is mostly about parkour than shooting, but yeah, those type of games are okay, but I'm definitely not crazy about them. Which is the reason why you rarely see games like those. They tend to not happen. Hey, I like it. And I also own a Mirror Edge Catalyst, which is on... I have it on Steam and I never played it. So what I could do is replay Mirror's Edge and later on play the sequel. You can play the entire game without fire again. Yeah, I imagine that being the case. But you know, I just play very casually. Usually in games like that, I'm just an absolute casual player, you know. I never try to speedrun them or anything like that. Catalyst is a reboot. A little bit weird to make a reboot of a game that has a single, like a series that has a single game. Like for example, if it was, I don't know, like a Ridge Racer reboot, see, like that will make sense. The last Ridge Racer game released like more than 10 years ago. And it's a game, a franchise with multiple games. Well, Mirror Edge, it's only one game. The first one didn't sell well. Really? But I'm assuming that they are two different games, right? I mean, yeah, if it's a reboot, it's not the same as a remake, but I'm assuming that they are distinct enough from each other that you can play both as different games, right? I think they wanted to appeal to a wider audience by making it open world. Oh well, yeah, in that case it's definitely a different game. In that case, for sure, it's a different game. And I'm also not very fond of open world games, but yeah, maybe one day I could play them both. I just don't really feel like doing that anytime soon, but yeah, one day I can play them both. It wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, after all, I have to keep playing games that I have on Steam that I never booted before, you know? That's important. Kinda running out of traffic. It's fine. Ah, that's not fine. Limit in these corners, it seems that I always crash. Okay. And that was a lot of money because I hit a big truck. And that's enough for a gold medal. Indeed. I really like... No, I rarely like open world games because they are hardly done right. Because the thing about open world games is that I don't think there really is a way to make them right. The thing about open world is that the only way that an open world game can be good if it's an MMO. So all the players basically, you know, play in the same area in the sense that they are all part of the same world, right? So MMOs being open world is the thing that makes the most sense, but if it's a single player game, making it open world, like, unless it's, I don't know, a city construction game, and usually those are not even open world in the sense that you kind of see the city as a grid, not really as a place. But yeah, I think that open world games exclusively belong to MMOs. Because otherwise it really feels like it's just way too much for a single player. Like, I understand why you would like an open world game, but I don't know if I can think of an open world game that well, okay, look. To be fair, I remember playing Batman Arkham City and liking it a lot. I also played Infamous on PS3 and I also like that one, but I don't know if I like them because they were open world, right? Like, maybe I would have liked them even if they were an open world, even if they were just one level after another. But I guess the fact that they were open world kind of helps setting the atmosphere, especially in Arkham City, where you can see the fact that, you know, the whole city is super dark and dangerous and shit. It kind of makes you feel like you're part of a Batman comic, but gameplay wise, I don't know if it had that much of an impact, you know? Right, so this is the shit that I unlock. I will use it for one race, but this car is so absurdly ugly. Very, very ugly. It's fine. You know what they say, that one man's trash is another man's treasure. Yeah, the thing is that well, eventually the Batman games, I will play them on stream because I own them on my Steam library, so eventually they will happen. And I mean, it's been so long since I played Arkham City that, I mean, it's not gonna be like it's the first time, but I definitely will see a lot of things and will be surprised because I don't remember them. I think that open world games, especially around that era where, you know, those Batman games came out, and also games like Infamous and company, it was mostly about showing what the current technology at the time, of course, was capable of. Just like, you know, games like, well, a lot of games in the PS1 era that were essentially there to show, you know, how much it could handle, how much the PS1 could handle. Like the PS3 was still a console where they were still trying to show technological prowess, right? I think that the PS3 is probably the very last generation of consoles that actually try to do that. Like, I understand that around the PS4 era, like, I think that the novelty was, you know, things like a lot of particles on screen and shit like that. I feel like there was never really a paradigm shift. Essentially, I think that open world games are one of the like last innovations, or at least technological innovation, I guess, in games. You can also mention virtual reality, I guess, but that's still so niche that it might as well not exist, you know? Because open world games, anyone can play them, but VR, only a select few can do those. Sunshine keys. What keys? Yeah, I get it. So what car you give me? Okay, so you have 2 hot rods in this game for some reason. Okay, I guess it wasn't enough to have 1. You need 2. Oh, here they don't even call it hot rod, they call it custom classic. Alright. 1 minute 30. But hopefully this burning lap is not as hard as the one in Burnout 3. Burnout 3 had 1 burning lap with the hot rod that I had to leave until like the very end of my playthrough. Because it was very tight to get. And it was also in a very similar track to this one. Like it was supposed to be like a coastal city. So I hope this one is not as hard. It could be though. Also, I'm missing every checkpoint, every shortcut under the sun. I cannot let that happen. Need to do better than that. Didn't it do? Oh, I didn't mean to quit now. What is that? Every time I look at a shortcut, like it's like I react to it too late. That's my issue. And that one, I had a lot of confidence that was a shortcut. If it wasn't, it would have been a very humiliating death. You almost didn't see that split. Okay. I'm glad that there was a wall there. No, fuck. Man, why do you have to be like that? It might still be enough, but I don't know. Yeah, it was enough. Yeah, usually these preview are not as hard as like random burning laps that you find there. Like, these tend to be very permissive. Alright, so now I'm a maniac. Yeah. Are these compliments? I feel like they are compliments. I wonder if you have a lunatic here. It would have been pretty nice. Like, it would have been, back when I played this game, it would have been a premonition. Premonition of me becoming a lunatic Toho player. Yeah, back then, I definitely was not expecting to become a shoot 'em up. Well, I don't know if I should say that, I guess. I mean, when I was even younger than when I first played this game, a game that I played a lot were the Capcom shoot 'em ups, like 1942 and 1943. Well, and also the Psycho shoot 'em up 1945 too. So I guess it wasn't really, you know, I wasn't a stranger to shoot 'em ups. Yeah, I guess, you know, here's the thing. Not only I wasn't a stranger to shoot 'em ups, I wasn't a stranger to kill the games either. Like in PS1 I had a couple of games that displayed like anime characters. But a good example is one of the games that I actually played on stream, Builder's Block. That is, well, I didn't know back then, but it's a console port of the arcade Land Maker, made in Japan, and having, you know, all anime characters. Another pretty, well, actually, an even bigger game that I played a lot more is Puzzle Bubble. Puzzle Bubble 4 on PS1, I played that game so much. And that game, basically every character is supposed to be cute. They even made the voice cute in that one. So yeah, the point is that in that regard, I think that thinking of playing a game like Touhou wasn't that much of a foreign idea. Not to mention that I also played a lot of Ragnarok Online when I was a young teenager, you know. Ragnarok Online also has a lot of cute sprites and shit. It's a Korean MMO after all. Wait, was that a shortcut? It was, somehow. Well, that guy got fucked. Didn't do... Well, the point is that the race is gonna be over and yeah, I'm too far. Well, I'm last place actually, pretty cool. Wait, shouldn't it end? Oh, that wasn't breakable, come on. Wait, hold up, no, it's 3 laps, I just realized. You see, otherwise the race would have been over there. But yeah, it's not 2 laps, it's 3. Okay, never mind then, I can do this. I guess otherwise it would have already been over. Okay. Only we can avoid crashing as much as before. I don't really worry too much about the awesome bar, because yeah, just a matter of getting 1 or 2 takedowns. Though if I don't get any other takedown, not sure if it's gonna be enough to hold it until the end of the race. It might not. I don't think there should be that long until the race ends, right? It isn't. Okay, got it. Just like that. No unlocks. Who needs unlocks? And every time that you rank up, it takes you even more points to keep ranking up, you know? Have a road rage. What else do we have? So, okay, this one is unlocked, but it's a crash. I'd rather do the road rage, without a doubt. $18 takedowns. Yeah, that's an interesting amount. An interesting crash as well. There are some times that no matter what, you crash again and again, you know? Like it just happens as it feels like happening. And there are some other times where you keep so long without crashing. So how is it going, Kyle? Yeah, I'm just here. Well, as you can see, crashing. In this mode, doesn't matter as long as you also crash your rivals. Did the aliens kidnap the Discord notification? Oh, did I forget to send it? Oh, my bad. Okay, sure. I might have forgotten. Sorry. I thought I said... Well, I wrote it. It's just I probably didn't send it. My bad. Honestly, remembering those kind of things is becoming increasingly hard. Because you know that today I was working on my fan game until essentially the very end. So I barely had any time to organize any of the usual stuff. And you sent it to the wrong server. Thankfully I'm not in many servers, so shouldn't be a problem. Well, at least not any server that has the alert role, so... That sucks, damn it. Well, let me check. So I actually forgot. Yeah, I did forget. Yeah, like I have it written, but... Oops. My bad. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, everyone... Well... I don't know, depending on the server, because for example, one of the servers I'm in is this emulator's Discord. So if anything, I will get banned regardless, most likely, but at least it will be on topic. And I'm pretty sure that the people on the PS3 emulator will know about Burnout as well because of Burnout Paradise. But yeah, I guess it's because essentially I joined the PS2, PS3 and 3DS emulator Discord servers to report bugs, basically. So far, the most useless one has been the 3DS. It seems that nobody gives a shit about fixing stuff on that one, so yeah. Because it's not just a matter of not being able, it feels like no one is working on it, like nobody cares. At least on the PS2 and PS3 server, anything that you have, you at least have someone answering you. Even if they don't solve your issue, at least you have people trying to help, but the 3DS one? Not really. That's most likely because there is not enough developers. And let's be honest, when it comes to popularity, the PS2, well, the PlayStation in general is a lot more popular than modern Nintendo consoles. Not to mention that most 3DS games, you can play them on the, like, depending on which game, but for the most part you can play some of them on the Switch in one way or another. Not the ones that require the stylus, but that's a part, like that's a different problem, right? Games that require the stylus, even if you can play them with a mouse, it's probably such a shit experience that there might not even be that much interest because of that. Because here, for example, well, aside from the fact that you know, the PlayStation 2 is essentially the best console in history. It's the fact that the experience of playing a PS2 emulator is pretty much no different than playing on a PS2. It's the same thing. It's as I was saying earlier in this stream. Like right now, I'm playing this game and it really feels as if it was like exactly the way I remember it, even though it clearly isn't, because it has a lot more enhancement and it looks way better than ever. But in my mind, it looks exactly the way I remember it, because obviously it's been so long that I barely remember it. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that here you emulate the original experience very well. In the 3DS, unless it's a game with no stylus use at all, you most likely are not replicating the original feeling. Oh, damage critical, and I'm so close. It is probably gonna be bad. I need 2 more, but 1 more crash and I'm out. Okay, 1 more. Got it. Nice. Well, not to mention as well, when it comes to handheld consoles, whether it has a stylus or not, it's hard to emulate the experience that you get by playing a handheld console, you know? I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Like, see, for example, playing Pokemon games in an emulator is not... I don't think the experience is that different from playing it in an original console. But yeah, there are other games that were made specifically to, you know, be experienced through a handheld device, right? Alright, another car. Looks nice. Okay, so what's here? Another traffic attack. Sure, we can do that. I can also use this thing. What about we and the Chucky thing? Well, you mean the nunchuck, or you mean the Wii mode? Or you mean both? The Wii, it depends. For example, games like Metroid Prime, you can emulate that very well by playing with a mouse. Like, it pretty much plays like a first-person shooter that, you know, you could play with mouse and keyboard. Yeah, most Wii games cannot really be played that well. The thing is that the Wii, though, is a console that has so many games that the majority are not played with a Wii mode, you know? Not to mention that the emulator that emulates Wii also emulates GameCube, so the GameCube experience is definitely a lot closer, like, you know, than what it will be on an actual GameCube. I think Dolphin as an emulator has a lot of interest because of that. Not to mention that the Wii, even though a lot of the games, you know, are essentially shovelware, there is also a lot of fantastic games on the Wii. But it's another console that a lot of people will be interested in playing. And again, aside from those Wiimote games, the games that are played with the Wiimote horizontally as if it was a normal controller, or even with a GameCube controller, since the Wii supported that, like those type of games playing them on an emulator is essentially the same experience, so... Unless it's something like Pokemon Go, which is basically impossible to port to an emulator setting. Well, it's not impossible, it's just that you will need to get very creative. You will probably need to host a server and shit. But then again, who will want to emulate Pokemon Go? Yeah. At that point, just play a Pokemon Let's Go, which is essentially like the retail version of Pokemon Go. I mean, it's a game that has the same catch mechanics as Pokemon Go, but it's an actual game. So, yeah, that one... You know, I almost, when I bought the Switch, I almost bought a Switch that came with that game. But since I took a little bit to buy it, the price increased and I'm like, nah, I'm not buying that. I mean, I did buy the Switch, but in another publication, right? Not the one that came with Pokemon Let's Go. Hey, that's a game that would be cool to play. I don't expect it to be, you know, better than Legend Arceus, but it looks cute, I guess. People did emulate Go, and it was for the location Insta movement. Oh, the one that allow you to go to like Australia automatically to catch the exclusive Pokemons from there. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's definitely the kind of thing that a completionist will do if they played Pokemon. Oh, wait, it said I unlocked something and I didn't see. Didn't seem like it was the usual thing. I skipped it so fast I didn't see it, my bad. Well, probably nothing important. Yeah, a trophy I don't give a shit about. Maybe it just says that I unlocked the Grand Prix. Perhaps. All of these seem to be crash events, by the way. I guess we can do one of those. 7 million. Okay, yeah, you're supposed to take the shortcut pretty much. So I'm still using, well, I could use either of these, but this one is faster. Oh, it's saying new traffic attack high score. Well, that's a weird thing to highlight, but okay. Well, thanks a lot, Wasabi, for telling me. You see, I skipped too fast. That's not enough to reach the other lane. We will need the explosion super quick right now. Come on. Boom. I think I miss a lot of cars though, unfortunately. And this stupid truck is getting in the way. Yeah, I miss a couple of cars. There is no doubt about that. Are they gonna cost me the goal? They could. I wanted to do the explosion, but they didn't give it to me. Well, that wasn't enough, as expected. It doesn't look all that different. Well, it's more that it's not an important message. Like, if I beat the high score, like, who cares? I'm not playing Pac-Man in an arcade, you know? The game telling me that I got a high score is like... Sure. Okay, so I unlocked that crash event and an eliminator. Smackaroni, this one is called. So you have a gigantic ramp into an intersection or into two intersections. Wait, but how do you stop the buses without crashing? Can you even pull that off? Not so sure. We will see. I mean, you could bounce on one of them, but... Just at the moment you bounce in one of them, I'm pretty sure it still counts as a crash. Okay, let me try a lightweight car. Maybe that can make me pull that off. Kinda doubt it. So for example, this one. How is that the wind here is kinda cocking me. So the wind here is going to the right, which means that you should jump from the right, like this. They didn't even hit it, so... Well, the buses at the beginning basically are not a thing whatsoever. Which obviously might not make me get the gold medal or even the silver medal at this point. So where even is the target car? Oh, there he is. Oh, those guys just spawned there. Well, that's pretty nice of you. So you're supposed to crash in that intersection. It is even more fucked up than I thought. Okay. Yeah, that's the issue. Even if you just bounce on those guys, it's enough to make you crash. So what's the intended way of doing that? Like, you cannot stop those buses without essentially ruining your whole... Or maybe the buses are there exclusively as an obstacle that you're supposed to dodge. I cannot think of anything else. And maybe that's the reason for that being there. Just that it's weird that the game counts how many cars you hit when some of them are not even meant to be hit. Okay, and yet again it's happening this thing of like I was able to dodge them on the first try and now on every other try I'm failing. Why does that happen so often? I guess it's just those. It's that bus, the one that is not allowing me to do this. Well, and the problem is that if I go for a heavy one, I think it's gonna be worse. Because that means that I'm gonna go down faster. That wasn't necessarily bad though. I think that's enough to reach. Oh well, another car reached the intersection instead. I guess that's valuable enough. Because I don't know if the first intersection I actually got. The issue is that the crashbreaker here happens in the middle of nowhere, so barely reach anyone with the explosion. The target car is right there. Yeah, I think that's all of them. They're not gonna get any more score, which kinda sucks. Okay, I'm gonna do one more try. The objective is 3 million, by the way, so I wonder how I can make it better. See, getting the buses in this intersection is something that is certainly not happening. But here, crashing here, and if I get the explosion, being able to make it all the way to the other side is gonna help. Also, I just realized something. If you actually activate the slow motion by yourself, you can easily make the meter goes slower, so you don't need to spam as hard. Can't believe that it took me that long to figure it out. I could have done a lot better probably in a lot other crash events if I consistently get 100%. I don't think that it's the perfect solution though. Some crash events will probably be fucked up no matter what, but that strategy will help a lot. I'm even tempted to retry this one, but it's probably not a good idea. I could do this one though. So what do you have here? You're supposed to land all the way there. And well, I don't know if I can make miracles, but I can try. You know, the best thing I can do is bring a medium car. So anything that is heavy is probably not gonna make it. That was a good one. You definitely didn't. And you know the worst part is that technique is something that I probably did use in an actual... Like when I used to play this back then, I completely forgot. Because yeah, if you just use impact time like this, see, well, for example, there I kind of fucked it up, but it's fine. I still got it. That doesn't really go anywhere. Wait, wasn't the target? Oh yeah, there is the target car. Well, at least this one went well. Pretty cool. And there is an actual advertisement for Hard Rock Cafe, huh? And yeah, some of these games have actual ads. Not that many, though being Electronic Arts makes sense. Now I'm very tempted to go back and try the first crash events now that I have this powerful information, because it's not just being able to do the full explosion, but it's also about being able to do the explosion fast. And that's what matters the most. Oh, this is the one that you go through the donut. This one I actually remember doing it when I was younger. You went to Hard Rock recently? Nice. I don't go outside, so even if it was here, I couldn't relate, so... I'm afraid, no. Hey, nice you went there. I completely missed the front lane. Well, I completely miss everything, really. At least I will get the explosion right here, so that will help, but I think that a lot of them already went away. Oh, not to mention on that other lane. Well, they do have an obstacle there, so... Is that target car, unless he hurries up, he's not gonna be part of the accident. Come on, dude. Oh, I actually got it right at the end then. I don't know if it even counted the target car though. Maybe. Yeah. And with this secret knowledge now, I feel invincible. And why did it take me so long to figure it out? I also unlocked this thing, but yeah, looks cool, I guess. So I could even retry this one. See, this one happened recently, so it should be on my mind a lot more easily. So if I am able to get this one right away, then... Damn, force 9, holy shit, but it's pretty slow. That's the problem. It seems that the crashbreaker can keep getting like stronger and stronger. Maybe the highest one possible is 10. I mean, it's the number that probably makes the most sense. Keep the aftertouch and then get the free explosion. See, like that works as a charm, but I like a charm. But the question here is if this is enough for the gold medal, of course. So it might not. I don't even know what the gold medal was. It actually might be. Wasn't it 6 million or maybe 7 million? It's close. I got it. Damn. So should I try retrying all of the crash events now? Because goddamn, that's a lot of 5 stars in a row. Did you just go flying through that sign? Maybe. I wasn't paying that much attention, but yeah. Here what has a hitbox and what doesn't is kind of like it's always a 50-50. Always hard to figure out which one is which. Hey, don't worry about it. Then now I'm actually very interested in going back to the first crash events and see if I can get them with that little trick. So I can't believe I actually wasted my R2 button for no reason when you can just solve it like that. God damn it, dude. It's been too long since I first played this game, so I guess such a basic strat I completely forgot about it. So I'm assuming that it's meant to be a bug and that you're actually intended to spam R2 super hard. In fact, the PS2 era was kind of like the era of games that demanded to destroy your buttons. The biggest example being God of War. Like, God of War is a gamepad destroyer. If you play God of War in the hardest difficulties, there are some enemies that the difficulty of beating them exclusively comes from spamming. The thing about God of War is that a lot of normal enemies that are, well, stronger than the usual normal enemy, you can kill them by grabbing them once you hit them hard enough, right? You do a finisher, but that finisher requires spamming. The biggest example being the Minotaurs. These fucking trucks, dude. Definitely getting eliminated here. I didn't, but I crashed like a moron. I still have some room. Well, and the first place is there. In God of War, the Minotaurs are enemies that once you hit hard enough, a circle prompt appears above them. You're supposed to execute them. But yeah, to execute them you have to also spam circle when the animation starts. But you have to spam it very hard. And it's something that I couldn't do. Like, I remember not being able to do it well when I was younger. That shit was too hard. And it was probably the same with the spam here, but at least here you can cheese it with the slow motion, you know. There is only the Grand Prix remaining. I would really like to do this burning lap, but this burning lap was very hard. And it's not like the burning lap is something that you can precisely cheese, you know. The burning lap, it's pure skill. But you can say that there could be luck involved with the traffic, but I'm also pretty sure that in events like that the traffic might be static. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. Do you know that today we didn't drive in the Japanese track a single time? It's a little bit sad. It's a cool track. Oh, about YouTube, by the way, when it comes to the servers, you know, that yesterday wasn't working fine. So today I'm actually trying yesterday I was using the backup server. Now I'm using the main server and it's working well, so thankfully it seems that it was only something relevant to yesterday. Hey, hopefully it's only yesterday and doesn't happen again. But in fact, you know that every time that I play a game for the first time on stream, I tend to present it, right? Like to be like, you know, this is a game that is this and that. But yesterday I was so distracted with the connection thing that I couldn't even present it. It was kind of an awkward intro. It is what it is. Who cares about the intro anyways? Look at them go. Nice teleport. I really like the way this car looks. Very, very cool looking. Something that is undeniable is that this game gives you a very great sense of speed. I mean, as much as I'm not a fan of the screen shake, it really makes you feel like you're going super fast. But I still think that it might... then are you gonna crash there, really? Well, thankfully no one overtook. I was about to say that I feel like Burnout 2 is still higher when it comes to giving you a sense of speed. Simply because you can go fast constantly, and also in that game, by not having traffic check, you need to dodge everything. And that's hard to do. Hard to pull off. Yeah, that was bound to happen. Happen to both of us. And I can't believe that I'm actually looking forward to retrying the crash events on the previous group of events. It's pretty obvious that I want to get all the stars, obviously. And especially in a game like this that is supposed to be a classic game for me. Awesome air, the game says after you crash into the wall before landing. Well, I mean, it can still be an awesome air. You know, the airtime was there. If the landing wasn't good, it's not related to the airtime not being good, you know? Like, see, for example, look at this. Okay, I didn't crash there, but the air is good whether you finish the jump or not, you know? Oh, also, you know, I just remember Capcom announced a new collection of Mega Man games, though I don't know what games they were supposed to be, because I didn't play them, and I don't think I care for them either. I kinda forgot what was it. Yeah, that's how little I care for them. I think it's supposed to be from the same universe as, yeah, the Star 4 games, yeah, those. I have no clue what even the gameplay of those games is. Like, I don't know if it's like Battle Network or if it's something else. What genre it is. Like, I have never seen gameplay of those games. Well, it's like Battle Network but 3-dimensional. And that doesn't sound appealing at all. But hey, I mean, I'm just simply not a fan of Battle Network. Like a game like that doesn't belong to Mega Man, you know. But it's fine. I mean, I do know that Battle Network has some following, but I think that's mostly for, you know, people that are fan of those type of games. The whole point for me of playing Mega Man is the fact that it's a platforming game, of course. That's the main catch for me. Holy shit. And going through that path feels like it's more dangerous than going through the path that is supposed to be the dangerous one. Because that's one of the only corners in the game that you cannot really grind the wall, because it has, you know, pillars in it. So you're gonna crash. That's not good. And so this is supposed to be the final race, which means that I need to make sure I don't get on. Will be nice. Well, I don't get on when it comes to the awesome bar, because I'm certainly not gonna lose, and even if I lose it doesn't matter, because I have enough points to win the Grand Prix no matter what. But no, the issue is that annoying ass bar on the bottom right. I also like how it's called when you check the traffic, they call it good checking. I mean, I just find the term traffic check to be pretty funny. It's like, what are you checking? Or just checking if they are hard enough. And they clearly are, and definitely. Check check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, it could be that. But no, I think that... I don't really know where they... like how they thought about the term traffic check. I do think that it's pretty funny. Damn, get on. I love doing takedowns with a traffic car, especially. Well, it's something that happens usually in tracks like this one that seems like it has a lot more density than other tracks. Damn it, stupid ass truck. I mean, giving that guy credit for the crash is a little bit exaggerated, don't you think? I think that the crash goes exclusively to the truck. That isn't even competing, but you know. Okay, that'll work. Okay, got the Grand Prix, and there's only 1 star from this group of events that I didn't get, which is that burning lap that I'm probably not gonna get, so you know. So I unlocked. Not a fan of the way this one looks. It's a little bit ugly to me. Whatever. So yeah, only that star. So I want to, as I say, check the crash events here to see if with my newly found superpower, if I can actually pull them off. Maybe not. How will I know if I don't try, you know? I need to try. I also have more cars available now. It's not like that's gonna make an insane difference. Did I get both lanes? Yeah, I did. And so here, impact time now. You gotta be patient for it. Yeah, there you go. Here we can go down to take the buses. Well, actually, they are not buses. They are pickup trucks for the most part. Will I get another explosion though? I don't think I will. Oh, maybe I will. There will need to be more cars than that. I need to keep it in impact time even if it takes longer, because I never know when it's gonna get filled. But unless there is 99 men, come on. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I think that this is the superpower I needed. This might have been the superpower I needed. Man, if only I had found out about it earlier. We would have saved so much time. I guess it's better late than ever, you know? Not to mention that also unlock a new event that I didn't have before. Yeah, I guess we can start collecting some stars that we didn't get before. Oh, this one, yeah, that Grand Prix I remember. That one will have to be left for last, I guess. This one was 3 million and I still didn't manage to get it, really. Okay, so you can also fall there on that one. Probably didn't do that. Well, not because I didn't want to, it was probably hard to do. Ironically, by doing that, I think Nah, it's fine. I did get the other lane. Okay. Slow it down, there you go. I don't think I can go to the parking lot. I'm completely cornered here by these buses. I mean, considering that it's 3 million, it might not be necessary. But you never know. Well, there is still the target. We will see. Okay, yeah, it is enough. So, yeah, I guess this was the superpower I needed. Just this one. So the explosion being in 100% seems like it does have an actual impact. Well, no pun intended. It certainly has an impact. See, for example, there, I'm not gonna get the explosion because I didn't have the impact time. It's a day and night difference, without a doubt. Alright, thumbs up. The shame that this one's, I guess it won't be as satisfying to get 5 stars, because technically you only win 1 star since you already have 4. This one, yeah, the Grand Prix, that one has to be left for last. This one I didn't even try getting a record. Like, I did play this one, yeah, I remember playing it. I remember getting stuck on that annoying ass champ, like not being able to pull that off, and I mean, it doesn't mean that I can pull it off now. Maybe. I can try this thing. Didn't I also use this one back then? Wait, what am I? Sorry, my bad. I look at the wrong place. Like, the ramp is not there. It's in here. Yeah, but you're supposed to not crash before the jump happens, mister. Okay. Yeah, that jump is very good. Wow, to the point that didn't even count as a crash. I think that's mostly because this car is super strong. Problem is that I don't think I blocked the front lane here. Did I? Well, probably did actually. Yeah, no, I definitely did. What was the target here? I don't think I... Oh, there is another lane here. So there was a car already flying there, so it didn't seem to matter too much. Damn, man, I got the gold just like that. Yeah, day and night difference. Well, at least now you know what the strat is. The strat is supposed to be using the impact time before the explosion shows up. A very simple concept, but unless you know it, you're not gonna get it, you know? It's a simple concept to grasp. I guess not so much to figure out. Because at the beginning I thought that the frame rate being lower was simply because it had to load a lot of cars or whatever, but no. That was not the case. And this one is even lower, 2.5 million. With a shy... Okay. You're exaggerating a little bit with that champ. How do you want me to pull that off? Oh, and I'm supposed to do it with this thing. It's supposed to be heavy. No, well, with a fast start you're not getting anywhere. Okay. Oh, I didn't even crash that thing. I think that the champ is not a problem. I think the landing was a problem though. That landing was shit. I didn't even get the other lane. So no. That ain't gonna make it. That's a very long ass rewind. Oh, that was enough to reach awesome. Why? You see, this thing is so strong that even hitting those guys like that, it's not enough to stop yourself. So here ideally you will want to get the explosion to go to the parked cars, I guess. It's like here it's hard to tell. Okay, yeah. Keep the impact time here. There you go. Unfortunately there weren't that many cars next to the explosion there, so didn't got completely locked there. At least the target car hasn't been crashed yet. I might actually run out of time before that happens. So you better hurry up. I got... right at the end I got it. And I think it was because of the target car. And also unlock a new car. Just like that. Well, yeah, now this looks a lot more hopeful when it comes to unlocking all the stars. I mean, if only I knew about that, I would have saved so much time. Yeah, too late to cry about that. I guess here the most annoying thing is actually retrying the Grand Prix. Because it's not like this Grand Prix is hard, it obviously isn't, but the problem is that I didn't get enough meter at the end. Now the question is, are you gonna drive against other cars that are close to this one, or are these like cars from the beginning? Oh, nice start. No, these cars, no, they are actually around your same level. So it doesn't matter in what event you are, it seems that you mostly go with cars that are close to the one you pick, right? That's good to know. Though I think that the cars being one model or the other is not gonna make the AI faster or not, you know. That was very stupid. Hey, come on, here I'm supposed to keep the awesome bar. At this rate I'm not keeping shit. You know? And that's a lot of crashes. I mean, I will retry if it wasn't for the fact that this really doesn't matter. Yeah, that one should have counted as a takedown, I feel. It's whatever. Well, at least one thing about these early races is that they are usually a lot slower. No, sorry, I meant the opposite. I meant that they are a lot faster because they have a lower amount of laps. Yeah, in fact here it wasn't rare for events to only have one lap, you know? So, yeah. Got him. It would be pretty funny if I was able to keep the awesome bar until the end, but I failed to actually win the tournament. But no, that is not gonna happen. Should be fine. But by the way, if I get 5 stars in this Grand Prix, I got the first chapter fully completed. I don't know if you get any reward for that, maybe not. But who knows? Nice teleport. The only car that was on the street, the one that fucked me up. Also, the opponent cars are very good at dodging you. Like sometimes they cannot help but crash you on the aftertouch, but some other times they actually dodge well enough. But on the right side, I think that this is the only Grand Prix in the game that I didn't get all 5 stars, so technically this is like the longest event that I need to retry. Everything else is either like a burning lap or a crash event, so no matter how hard those can be, they are certainly not gonna be long. That's what matters. And this, by the way, only a 1 lap race. I almost ended up crashing later anyways. God damn it. That's the finish line already. Damn. How can the AI be so dumb when it takes over me? Come on, dude. Gotta do better than that. And this one is also 1 lap. By the way, what's the status of my bar? I could still lose. Even if it's only 1 lap. That bar just goes down very slowly, but it's constantly going down, so anything can happen here. At least that takedown should give me more margin. It also depends on how much you crash, and not just on how many good things you do. Considering that this is the main reason, like this race is the main reason for me not getting 5 stars here, I'm just a little bit afraid. No, it seems that I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, the finish is already there, so no problem. Hey man, I also got first place, barely though. I almost didn't. Yeah, I got it. Alright, well, those are all the starts from the first chapter. Well, I call them chapters, but I don't know how they are supposed to be called. Do I get any trophy for that? Or do I don't? I think I don't get shit. Yeah, I don't get shit. At least it says perfect. That at least, you know, feels nice. So here there is this crash event and then a brand new crash event. Oh, let's try it. Yeah, and this was only 2.5 million. Yeah, I remember this one. It's the one that has the buses on the bottom. Yeah, like this should be fine. The flames actually didn't let me see there. Yeah, it should be fine. Well, you get the target very early, so it's really one of those events where you don't really have that many. Oh, I did get it. Just like that. And so yeah, that crash, oh yeah, the crash breaker here is super important. Well, here I already have enough score, so it doesn't matter. It's as the game said, it's probably the main multiplier. It's the reason why here I'm able to get it so easily, and why in the I remember this one trying it like 5 times and I never got it. That's because the crash breaker I never maxed it out. So yeah. Oh, I level up, by the way. So next to Maniac. Oh, or I didn't. No, it says rate up. It says rate up when you get a better score than before. I don't know why, but okay. So this is just a crash event. Nothing more, nothing less. 3 million. It's another one of these with the roundabout. And with cars spawning out of nowhere too. It has it all, and I think it has a fixed car, yeah. A compact super. It is supposed to be the typical Renault car, right? I think it's supposed to be. Okay, so made a perfect blockade here. So here, should I go to the center to catch cars that otherwise I wouldn't get, or I could? Maybe. Not a bad idea. There are some cars that are also crashing in places that I didn't even oversee. Did it say 2.5 million or did it say 3 million? No, it says 3 million. Well, this one I actually didn't get it despite the explosion. And here you don't have any choice of cars, so it's not like you can magically do better. Oh, I didn't even get the... I fucked up. Didn't even get the jump. Yeah, that's not good. Cannot block anything like that. Okay. Well, this is the first event that I don't beat on the first try after... Hold up. After finding out about the impact time exploit. Yeah, I guess impact time is not everything. You know, I'm trying to hit that car from the right so it goes to the other lane, but I'm ultimately failing to do so. So I guess I'm just hitting this one and that's it. Gonna be good enough. Okay. The blockade, at least I got it. That's what matters. But I got it not quite, not for the inner lane. Then I went too far. Well, went too far in the bad way. Went too far in terms of distance, not in actual destruction power. Is that here the wind is so strong that it actually makes it hard to land in the middle. Okay, that should be perfect. I'm still not sure where, like after the explosion, where I should be going. I could go for the target car, but I think that's gonna magically make it better. Also try blocking cars here. Seems that they don't need any blocking, they are already blocked. Well, that one needed blocking actually. Yeah, like those are respawning there, aren't they? Damn, this one I'm not able to do it, huh? Well, one more try and then I guess I'll have to get out, but then just when I thought I had it figured out, I guess I didn't. The problem is that I got too cocky. That's what happens when you get too cocky. Okay. The moral of the story is just don't get cocky. As simple as that. Okay. Still gonna try to clog this other place here. For the cars that do come there. But I'm on the wrong lane. Like nobody hits this lane, but I still got the gold medal, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, like those guys, I was one lane too close, but it doesn't matter. So I guess on the previous attempt, like the immediate previous attempt, I didn't... Oh, I'm an assassin now. Yeah. Now I'm being thrown accusation of crime, because you know that being dangerous or insane is not a crime, but being an assassin is a crime. You know, I guess now they are starting to involve the law, but joke's on them because there's no police in this game. Well, in fact, that's the interesting thing. Like every other Burnout game had the police involved. Well, I think the first one didn't, but 2, 3, and Legends I think had the police being involved, right? Well, 3 actually I think it didn't. Damn, I already unlocked 9. Well, yeah, it makes sense since these are probably tied to, you know. This is a crash event, and this is another crash event. Oh no, it's a burning lab. So this one I tried doing it and I couldn't. But in that case I'm more interested on doing the crash event. Pretty crazy for me to be more interested on doing a crash event. Yeah, this one I also remember it. Like you're just supposed to block there, but I guess the lack of a good explosion didn't let me. But let's try with this one. This is a fast and heavy car. I'm not sure how much being a heavy car is gonna play on my favor here. Probably not so much. That works at least. I think there is one lane I didn't block, yeah, on the other side. But if I'm not mistaken, you do have enough time to block that. Come on, don't stop me. No, these guys are stopping me. Yeah, I'm trying to, well, doesn't matter, right? They actually got hit anyways. So that's a target car. It still feels like it might not be enough. Because it was 4 million, wasn't it? Yeah, it's actually not enough. So this one might just be that messed up. Okay, one more try then. But yeah, this one might not be that easy at all. Maybe you're intended to crash something before that. I mean, once you did this champ, it's like the time you land, it's over, you know. Like nothing that you do is gonna matter. Or well, it's gonna matter for this particular place, but like, for example, the intersection that is, well, the two intersections that are to the other side, there's nothing you can do about them. You know? Maybe something that you can do is hit the trains that are incoming, since those are very slow. I guess I will try doing that. Might work. It seems that it will help a little bit. Not sure if help enough to get the goal. Only I could get another explosion, but I don't think it's happening. It's a shame because I'm super close here. It seems that it will not be enough by so little. Oh, it will... Okay, well, depending on if this... Yeah, it is enough. Well, barely enough, but I actually got it. Damn, so it seems that now crash events will be under my control, huh? Nice. Also, is the next rank the last one? Because if there are 10 group of events and each one gets unlocked with a rank, it might be the last one. Now, the issue is the burning lab. It's the only event remaining here, but... Well, it's a burning lab where you cannot pick the car, so... Oh yeah, okay, I remember this one. The problem is that this track is extremely hard on its own, but on top of that it's also a long track, so... There's not really much you can do about this. Not to mention that here I remember struggling identifying the shortcuts. To be fair though, I never tried to finish this event, so I don't know how how hard this gold medal actually is. I do know that in one of the other group of events that you play this track but on the straight orientation. It's like 2 minutes and 2 seconds, and it's extremely hard. I mean, it's 20 seconds faster than this one. And this one is already not a walk in the park, so you can imagine that the other one is close to impossible. Hey, that's fine. So be it. Right, so I'm not taking the shortcut there, even though it's probably the best idea, but maybe with a time like this you don't need it. I'm probably coping though, because that shortcut does save a lot of time. So it's most likely a cope of the highest caliber. Let me cope. And if it wasn't for the cope, and if I should say, nah, it certainly won't be enough, then I wouldn't even get to the end of the event. And considering that it might be enough, it is worth to get to the end of the event, just to see. What's important is to know that those side paths are pretty much worthless. They do not make you faster. Just an alternate path, not a shortcut. Alright, let's see. Okay, the finish line is there, and that will be enough. Nice! Well, chapter 2 with all the stars completed. Just like that. Nice. So if 10 is supposed to be the final rank, I'm gonna reach it, I guess, before even going halfway through the chapters, because the last one I played was chapter 5. So the first two are perfect. Let's see this one. This one, there is another burning lab, and there is also one crash event. This one I didn't even get a silver. So what about this one? I mean, it seems straightforward enough, but I guess it wasn't. I think I skip a lot of cars, not to mention that being so close to the spawn here is completely worthless. You're supposed to crash a lot sooner. And I also wasn't able to even involve the ones on the very first intersection, so this one seems like it most likely will be shit. I can get those that are parked there. Problem is that I cannot even reach that far. If I don't get another explosion, it won't be enough. I mean, I'm close enough. I might be able to at least hit this guy. Hopefully. Well, at least I hit one of them. But without an explosion, I cannot get the rest. Need a couple more cars. Come on, just like last time, we can clutch it. Well, honestly doubtful, because even if I were to get... Well, I did get the explosion, but... Even with the explosion here, it's not like... Oh, okay, I did get it. Damn, holy shit. That was so much score at the end. And... Well... Now you know how to do these crash events. now you know what's the idea. Yeah, that one was pretty far last time, considering that bronze is the maximum I got. So that burning lap, I'm still... Oh, well, if I want to unlock that one, I probably have to do this one. What else do I have? Well, a crash event here. Smashing translation. In. That's what Kyle wants to do with localizers. Alright, so here 2 lanes and I guess that intersection. Okay, gotcha. I still think that this is the best car I can use. It's a very good car. Well, it's not a car technically, it's a truck. Oh, I didn't drift there. Like, this thing drifted on its own. So is this too early to crash? But the problem is that if I go further... Oh, I missed a lot of them. Or maybe I didn't... Ah, fuck. What I did miss is the impact time to spam the explosion. I was paying so much attention to the other thing that I wasn't paying attention to what's in board on my bad. That drift that you see there... It's not something that I'm provoking myself. Like, it happens because it feels like it. But it happens because I'm essentially like steering as I'm accelerating at the beginning, you know? It's logical it will happen. It's not intentional, I can tell you. So unless one of those guys steers on that intersection, those are all gonna crash here. What was the goal? 4 million or was it more? It wasn't 4. It had to be more. Oh, okay. It was 4.5, I guess. I can also get an explosion here, but it's not really necessary. Also, when you get an explosion at the end, you put the timer at 3 seconds no matter what. That's nice. Well, I guess now my only problem for this chapter will be the well, without... Oh, this one actually got unlocked, so I guess I can do this one and leave the burning lap for last. The one is 4 million and with a static car. And there are 3 intersections, so you're essentially intended to mobile dinner. At least it's supposed to be heavy enough. Not heavy enough to push that one without repercussion, but to push most of the regular traffic without repercussion at least. It's that it's very hard to control, so hard to avoid crashing there. I'm not really sure where to go. Because if I keep going straight, they are the guys. Oh, actually, I'm stupid. I didn't remember being. Hold up. After landing, you're supposed to hit that other little truck. Like, those trucks are big there. Well, big. Are placed there specifically for that reason. To be used as a projectile. Oh, I fucked that up there. It might still be enough. Even though it probably won't. It could be. I mean, it wasn't a long target. Just that the target car might be on the final intersection. So if I cannot get there, I'm missing out on a lot of score. But I might be able to get there if I can fly there. Because that this thing is pretty heavy, so chances of making it there, nah. No, I cannot, and there is a lot of traffic there, so yeah, if you cannot get to the last one, you're not getting it. Alright, let's do it better then. I can do it better than that. It's important here is that this thing is so big that I cannot see that thing properly. Also there, I don't think that the crash is enough to clog the whole thing. No, it actually is. But I fucked up the explosion, no. Yeah, that sucks. Might still be enough, but I wasn't paying attention to that, my bad. It's probably still gonna be enough. Oh, do I get the other lane? Yeah, the other lane is still involved. Yeah, it was enough. Yeah, I guess some of the crash events are way easier than others and don't really require like a super optimal thing. Yeah. This one I could have gotten even more score if I did that properly. Okay, new car unlocked too. And the final event to get all the stars in chapter 3 is the burning lap. Yeah, you unlock this shit. Well, it is a useful one, guess. It seems to be the heaviest machine so far, and also the fact that it has a level 10 explosion. So this burning lap, 1 minute and 11 seconds. Did I even try this one? Well, maybe I tried it and I got frustrated quickly. Well, sounds like me, really. It sounds like the kind of shit I will do. Oh, you weren't supposed to go there, my bad. It's not that was the path, but no. Yeah, that's an invisible wall, is what it is. Okay, that should have been a crash, but yeah, don't worry about it. Don't tell the referee. Do not tell the referee. He doesn't need to know. I'm not sure where the track ends, but I did miss... Oh, those two shortcuts are important, actually. Yeah. Well, that crash is unrelated to that, but yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm intended to take those shortcuts, no matter what. I guess those pillars are made so you can use them as walls you can grind. I guess the devs were merciful. Ooh, that's a lot of buses. Nice. Oof. That is way more than enough, damn. So yeah, I guess as I say, this was one of those that I tried a couple times, I crashed and I got frustrated because this one was pretty easy to do. If you didn't take the shortcuts, it might still have been enough as long as you don't crash. Well, that's chapter 3 also perfectly completed. So the easy ones are perfectly completed. This one has some stars there. Seems that most of them might be from crash events. Then this one, 15 million. Yeah, I remember this one. And I can pick this one. Problem is that it's too slow. That's the bad part about it. Being slow here is not gonna help you. Oh yeah, I also remember you were supposed to dodge that instead of, you know, getting hit by that. My bad, my bad. Okay, I didn't do that on purpose, so that might be enough, actually. Yeah, it is enough. What I don't know if in the other lane, I think the car that I push is making the other guys stop. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it made quite a disaster even. Oh, this lane is still unclogged, the one that is most to the side. I don't know where I'm flying to. I think anywhere in Portland. I don't know where else to fly here. I probably, instead of flying very far, I should be close to cars so I can catch them in my explosion. See, the explosion is the one that ends up getting some score, and yeah, there it is, 15 million. And the absolute secret for crash events. They seem so trivial once you know that. Or maybe you're also very good at spamming, because if you're amazing at spamming, like, you don't need to resort to this. But I'm not. And again, let me remind you that I'm using a DualSense, where the R2 is a trigger, it's not a button, so spamming a trigger, even if I was good, it would be a lot harder. Yeah, high score, whatever. Okay, and then here it's them 3 different crash events that are 3 stars in total. That's fucked up. Well, I didn't check, I should, hold on, let me check the crash cam. Okay, so you have a parking, okay, gotcha. Sure. So you want something relatively fast. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick this one. This actually seems to be the ultimate vehicle to use here. Did not mean to do that. Let's see how it works. I missed one big track, so that's the problem. No way you're telling me that guy dodged me. Are you out of your mind? Well, fuck you too, I guess. Can't believe this asshole dodged me. How dare is he? Are you gonna dodge me again? No way, dude. Can you believe that? What is this guy doing? Is he getting smaller to perfectly dodge or what? God damn it. The moment I want to crash, I end up dodging myself. Come on, dude. You can do it. That, as long, yeah, as I pick that one, yeah, it's whatever. Not ideal, but because I missed like one little guy, but who cares about that little guy? Okay. Keep the impact time here, keep it. There you go. Not sure, yeah, that explosion actually wouldn't reach the other ones by itself. You have to go there. Okay, hold on, let me look at the landscape. Okay, there is still one there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get the... Oh, never mind, that was enough for gold. I think it was 3 million. Okay. Good. I'm pretty sure that by now we probably would already be doing like the chapter 6 events instead of having to redo these ones. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I would have tried this anyways. So this one, oh yeah, I remember this one. And this one I remember being relatively far from doing it. No worries. Get it this time. As long as you didn't let me go down. Probably crash at the worst spot possible. Okay. That's enough to fall down, but keep in mind that here the challenge is getting both lanes at the same time. Because you get the... Oh, I did get them because something fell. Well, that's good. It's very nice. The explosion doesn't let me see. The target is coming from there. I mean, just the sheer amount of cars involved here feels like it should be way more than enough. Though it's still a very high amount that you're supposed to do. It should be enough. Yeah, it was enough. 14 million. Just like that. Okay. I almost got every car as well. I don't know if the game really cares about you getting every car. I think it just cares about you getting the score objective and that's it. Alright. And then a final crash event. And that will be enough for... Oh yeah, this is the one that you cannot even pick the car. You have to use this one. Okay, and see, right there, did you see the fact that I could go in the intersection without any issues? But remember that that could not happen as I was trying it before. It seems that between the first attempt and the other attempts, it's like you don't have the same start. You have a completely different start. Which is quite bullshit. Silver. Gonna get another explosion, but 6 million seems a little bit far. Especially with the target car already involved. Oh wait, we could get those. That's enough, nice. Well, those are all the stars for chapter 4 then. I guess with the time remaining I could do the same for chapter 5. Should be able to. Though, the problem is that chapter 5 had that one super hard burning lab. That's what might prevent me from doing it. But it's fine. And chapter 6 I didn't even start it today. Hey, chapter 6, not a single one. And yeah, here there's only 1 star remaining and it's exactly this burning lab. I feel like I probably shouldn't even try it because I swear this one is extremely hard to get, so I feel like we could end it here, but I guess we can do one more event just to... Not a crash event, like I want a regular, yeah, like a race like this one, you know, just to finish. And yeah, I guess I can pick this thing, why not? Pick it, pick the blue, that's fine. No, okay, my bad, I kept the, sorry, I kept the frame limiter off even before the, even after the event started, my bad, my bad. The first time that I fuck it up like that. It's fine, don't worry about it. Thankfully you can retry at any time, so it's not like you ruin a unique event. Wait, there's someone already using a formula car now then. Maybe that has more to do with my current rank. I got a couple of them there. And this is, by the way, the first race in Japan that I do today. Well, the first and the last one. Except for that burning lap event, at least we essentially have all the stars so far, so there is no need to do more revisiting for the time being. If that burning lap event was hard, I can definitely expect other ones to be even worse. I am a little bit afraid. Technically that's not a formula car. I think that's that's closer to a card than to an actual formula. What an asshole. I got a couple of people in the explosion, but not the guy that actually crashed me, I guess. And I get this guy though. And this other one might as well. Funny. Oh. Man, can you stop crashing? I'm getting a lot of takedowns after crashing, but you know that this is not supposed to be road race, this is supposed to be a race. Like here, it's not the most aggressive, the one that wins, it's the fastest one. Right now I wouldn't be too fast. Also, that guy is using the European Le Mans car, right? That guy is going extremely fast. Go fast now, asshole. Actually, a lot of these opponents are going fast. I'm actually afraid that I might have inflated my rank, and now I'm fighting against opponents that I shouldn't be fighting against. Like, it's too early to be fighting these opponents because I don't have cars close to them. Or maybe I'm gonna unlock these cars on this chapter, it could be. I don't know. But it's pretty clear that they are faster than me. Doesn't matter because I still win, but they are certainly faster than me. Okay. Well, I think that that's the perfect event to end the stream with. At least now that we know the secret behind the crash events, I shouldn't really miss that many stars. Oh, a takedown on a special car. What was the special car here? The single seat one? So that's a T-bone takedown. I didn't do that. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright. So yeah, let me just manually save just in case. Same as I did yesterday. And yeah, let's just be done for today. But yeah, as I say, the stars should be more obtainable now. So I'm looking forward to actually fully completing the game, though there is still a lot of events remaining, so there are still a couple of streams to go. But in any case, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream with more of Burnout Revenge. So have a good one and take care.